You're full of dreams and ambitions, driven by a deep desire to create the life you've always envisioned. You know exactly what you need to do, yet you find yourself stuck, unable to take action. The days pass, and your tasks remain unfinished. This cycle of inaction brings guilt, frustration, and a lingering sense that you're capable of so much more. It's not just about minor daily setbacks, it's about watching your true potential slip away, piece by piece. Procrastination is a strange and frustrating paradox. You want to complete your tasks, but something invisible holds you back. It's not that you find them difficult or unpleasant. You know they need to be done, yet you sit there, delaying, making excuses, or distracting yourself with other things. Hours pass, and your list remains untouched. Deep down, you recognize the problem, but you can't seem to break free. This isn't just a modern struggle. Even ancient Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca noticed the same pattern. They saw procrastination as a failure to align actions with reason. In their view, a wise person doesn't hesitate. If something needs to be done, they act swiftly and decisively. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." His words serve as a reminder that time is slipping away. Every moment wasted is a moment lost forever. The Stoics believed that nature intended us to fulfill our duties with energy and purpose. When we delay, we not only waste time, but also create inner conflict. The tasks we avoid don't disappear. They linger in our minds, weighing us down. Each undone responsibility adds to an invisible burden, filling our thoughts with stress and guilt. Ironically, by postponing tasks to avoid discomfort, we actually increase our suffering. The more we delay, the heavier the mental load becomes. Seneca had a harsh but necessary truth. While we waste our time hesitating and postponing, life is slipping away. This realization isn't meant to create panic, but rather to inspire action. The Stoics understood that the key to overcoming procrastination lies in accepting the impermanence of life. This idea is captured in the phrase memento mori, a reminder that death is inevitable. It's not about dwelling on death in a depressing way, but using it as motivation. Knowing our time is limited pushes us to use it wisely. Every moment becomes an opportunity to act, to live with purpose instead of letting life pass by in hesitation. So, how do we break free from this cycle? The Stoics advised starting with immediate small actions. Epictetus once said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." His advice is simple yet powerful. Instead of overthinking, take the first step. If a task feels overwhelming, break it down into tiny, manageable parts. Focus on what you can do right now. Each small action builds momentum, making the next step easier. The mistake many people make is waiting for motivation to strike. But motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. The Stoics believe that action creates motivation, not the other way around. If you start moving, even with the smallest step, motivation will follow. Don't think about the entire project. Just focus on the next action. Whether it's writing a single sentence, doing one push-up, or making one phone call, small victories build confidence. Over time, they turn into habits. Another powerful Stoic practice is voluntary discomfort. Sometimes we avoid tasks because they feel uncomfortable. The Stoics believed in training the mind by deliberately facing small hardships. Taking cold showers, fasting for a day, or doing difficult physical exercises can strengthen your ability to push through resistance. When you learn to endure minor discomforts, everyday tasks seem easier. You become less likely to avoid them out of fear or laziness. Self-discipline also plays a crucial role. The Stoics viewed discipline as freedom. By controlling your impulses, you gain power over your actions. Seneca warned against the temptation of easy pleasures and distractions. Scrolling through social media, Binge watching TV or procrastinating in the name of research might feel harmless, but they steal your most valuable resource, time. The more disciplined you become, the more control you have over your life. Another key lesson from Stoicism is to let go of perfectionism. Many people procrastinate because they fear their work won't be good enough, but waiting for the perfect moment or perfect conditions only leads to more delays. The Stoics embraced imperfection, focusing on progress instead of perfection. They understood that action, no matter how small or flawed, is always better than inaction. Mindfulness is another powerful tool. Often we procrastinate because we get lost in thoughts about the past or future. The Stoics encouraged living in the present moment. When you focus on the now, anxiety about the future fades away. You stop overanalyzing and start doing. Practicing mindfulness through meditation, deep breathing, or simply paying attention to your surroundings can help bring clarity and focus. Finally, accountability can be a strong motivator. The Stoics valued community and mentorship. If you struggle to stay disciplined, share your goals with someone who will hold you accountable. Whether it's a friend, mentor, or online community, knowing that someone expects you to follow through can push you to take action. Breaking free from procrastination is not about waiting for the perfect time. It's about choosing to act right now, in this moment. The Stoics understood that our time is limited. Every second wasted is a second lost forever. Building momentum is the key to turning action into a habit. Stoicism doesn't just teach us to stay busy, it teaches us to be purposefully busy. It encourages us to reflect on our actions and ensure they align with our values and the greater good. When our tasks hold meaning, we naturally feel more inclined to complete them. This reduces the friction of procrastination, making it easier to stay focused and productive. One of the core ideas in Stoicism is amor fati, the love of one's fate. This means embracing whatever life throws at us, not just with acceptance, but with enthusiasm. Instead of seeing obstacles as setbacks, we learn to view them as opportunities for growth. The Stoics, including Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, considered procrastination a serious problem, both ethically and practically. They believed that delaying action wasn't just about wasting time, it was a failure to live according to one's principles. To a Stoic, every choice, whether to act or delay, carries moral weight. Procrastination isn't just about postponing a task, it's about postponing the person we are meant to become. Marcus Aurelius once wrote in Meditations that we should perform every action as if it were our last. This doesn't mean rushing through life without enjoying it. Instead, it's about treating each task with the urgency and focus it deserves, recognizing that our time is limited. When we see procrastination in this way, it stops being a small inconvenience and becomes a major mistake, one that wastes the most valuable resource we have: time. Why do we procrastinate? From a Stoic perspective, it often comes down to fear. Fear of failure, fear of success, or fear of change keeps us from taking action. But Stoicism teaches us to focus only on what is within our control: our efforts, intentions, and actions. The outcome, however, is not within our control. When we procrastinate, we let our fear of the outcome overpower our ability to act in the present. This mindset goes against Stoic principles, which encourage us to embrace challenges without being attached to the results. Another powerful Stoic practice is premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. This involves mentally preparing for the worst-case scenario. By imagining the difficulties we might face, we take away their power over us. When the unknown becomes known and what we fear becomes manageable, we are less likely to hesitate. This practice reduces anxiety and prevents fear from paralyzing us. Instead of avoiding a task because of potential failure, we prepare for the possibility and move forward with confidence. Epictetus believed that every time we procrastinate, we weaken our reasoning and self-discipline. He taught that our character grows through resistance, just like muscles grow by lifting heavier weights. Each time we choose action over inaction, we strengthen our ability to take control of our lives. By repeatedly overcoming procrastination, we train ourselves to act decisively and without hesitation. Applying Stoic wisdom to break free from procrastination starts with aligning our actions with rational thought. Instead of being overwhelmed by big tasks, break them down into smaller, achievable goals. Focus on what is in your control, starting the task, dedicating time, and maintaining a disciplined mindset. Let go of worries about the outcome, as they are outside your direct influence. Discipline and courage are essential virtues in overcoming procrastination. Stoicism teaches that true freedom comes from mastering ourselves. The more we train our minds to act despite hesitation, the stronger and more capable we become. Often, procrastination serves as a shield against discomfort, whether it's the fear of failure, the challenge of a difficult task, or the uncertainty of stepping outside our comfort zones. But discomfort is temporary, while the regret of wasted time lasts much longer. One of the most effective Stoic techniques is immediate action. Instead of thinking about all the steps involved in a task, focus on taking the first step. If you need to write a report, start with one sentence. If you need to exercise, do just one push-up. Action creates momentum, and momentum builds consistency. The more we take small steps, the easier it becomes to continue moving forward. The Stoics also remind us to embrace imperfection. Many people delay tasks because they want everything to be perfect. But perfection is an illusion. Waiting for the perfect time or the perfect plan only leads to more procrastination. The key is to start now and improve as you go. Progress, no matter how small, is always better than inaction. Mindfulness plays a crucial role in Stoic philosophy. Often, we procrastinate because we're distracted by regrets about the past or worries about the future. But the present moment is where action happens. Stoics encourage us to focus on what we can do right now, without overthinking or overanalyzing. Practicing mindfulness through deep breathing or simply paying attention to the task at hand helps clear mental clutter and increases productivity. Accountability can also be a powerful motivator. The Stoics valued mentorship and community. If you struggle with procrastination, share your goals with someone who can hold you accountable. Knowing that someone expects you to follow through can push you to take action. Overcoming procrastination isn't about making endless to-do lists or forcing yourself into productivity. It's about shifting your mindset and approach to life. Stoicism offers a strong framework for tackling procrastination by focusing on virtue, discipline, and rational thought. The key is to start small, act consistently, and remind yourself that every moment wasted is a moment of life lost. Stoicism teaches us that obstacles are not barriers, but opportunities for growth. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This means that instead of avoiding discomfort, we should face it directly. The challenges we fear are often the ones that help us grow the most. Instead of running from difficult tasks, we should lean into them, using them to strengthen our discipline and resilience. One of the best ways to overcome procrastination is to identify the tasks you avoid the most. What is it about these tasks that make you hesitate? Is it fear of failure? Is it uncertainty? Once you understand what's holding you back, you can consciously decide to tackle these tasks first. By doing so, you turn avoidance into action, making progress one step at a time. Stoicism isn't about dramatic changes overnight. It's about consistent, steady improvement. Seneca reminded us, while we waste our time hesitating and postponing, life is slipping away. To combat this, break your big goals into small, actionable steps. A large project can feel overwhelming, but if you divide it into manageable parts, it becomes much easier to start. Instead of thinking about writing an entire report, begin by outlining your ideas. Write one section at a time and take short breaks in between. Every small victory moves you further away from procrastination and closer to a more disciplined life. Routine plays a powerful role in shaping behavior. When you establish daily habits, you no longer have to decide when or how to start a task. It becomes automatic. Epictetus emphasized the importance of habits in developing character. He advised, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. This means deciding who you want to become and acting accordingly. If you want to be disciplined, act like a disciplined person. Plan your day the night before, prioritize your tasks, and set clear times for work and rest. When you remove uncertainty from your schedule, you remove one of the biggest causes of procrastination. Stoicism also encourages reflection as a way to improve. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to review what you accomplished and where you struggled. Marcus Aurelius was a strong advocate of self-reflection, writing down his thoughts and lessons in meditations. You can do the same by keeping a simple journal. Ask yourself, did I follow through on my plans today? What distractions got in my way? How can I improve tomorrow? This small habit strengthens self-awareness and helps you stay on track. One of the most effective Stoic techniques to combat procrastination is premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. This practice involves thinking about the worst-case scenarios in advance. What happens if you keep procrastinating? How will it affect your progress, your confidence, and your goals? By visualizing the consequences, you can prepare yourself mentally to face challenges instead of avoiding them. At the same time, imagine the rewards of overcoming procrastination, the sense of accomplishment, the peace of mind, and the growth that comes with it. Shifting your focus from fear to opportunity makes it easier to take action. Resilience is another key lesson Stoicism teaches. Life will always throw difficulties your way. Some tasks will be harder than expected. But as Seneca said, it is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult. This means that by avoiding challenges, we make them seem bigger than they really are. But when we face them head-on, we build the strength to handle even greater obstacles in the future. Overcoming procrastination isn't just about getting more done. It's about living with intention. Stoicism gives us a framework for not only managing our time better, but also making each moment meaningful. Every action should be aligned with our values. When we approach life this way, we don't just complete tasks, we grow as individuals. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to lose focus on the present moment. We get caught up in regrets about the past or anxieties about the future. But Stoicism teaches us that the only moment we truly have control over is now. Marcus Aurelius wrote about the importance of seizing the present and not letting time slip away. If we direct our full attention to the task in front of us, we not only become more productive, but also more fulfilled. Imagine how much more effective we would be if we focused all our energy on what is within our control. Instead of getting lost in distractions, we would embrace each challenge with full attention. This isn't about rushing through life, but about engaging fully in everything we do. Every decision, every action shapes the person we become. By treating each task as important, we bring purpose and clarity to our daily lives. Applying Stoicism to our daily routine is not about reading philosophy. It's about putting it into action. It's easy to understand these ideas, but real change happens when we start practicing them. Begin with small steps. Dedicate your first hour of the day to your most important task. Spend 5 minutes in the evening reflecting on your progress. These simple actions create momentum and set the foundation for a more disciplined and purposeful life. Starting the Stoic journey requires patience and consistency. It means being honest with yourself, recognizing your weaknesses, and committing to improvement. Some days will be harder than others, but each effort strengthens your ability to take control of your actions. The rewards are worth it. Stoicism doesn't just help you get more done, it changes how you see the world, how you handle challenges, and how you understand yourself. With Stoicism, you learn to remain calm in adversity, to find joy in simplicity, and to build a life rooted in purpose and integrity. So why wait? The best time to start is now. As Seneca said, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Every moment wasted in hesitation is a moment lost forever. Instead of letting another day slip by, embrace the Stoic mindset and discover how fulfilling life can be when you truly live in the present. Each small step you take today builds towards a greater journey of self-improvement. Let's walk this path together, facing each day with curiosity and courage. The Stoic journey isn't just about reaching a destination, it's about growing wiser, stronger, and more connected to the world around us every single day. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you found this valuable, continue exploring Stoicism and its practical wisdom. Let's keep striving to live thoughtfully, act purposefully, and embrace the present with all its possibilities.